When the Senate held a confirmation hearing before the nominees had completed the ethics review process, will you slow down the process?
Well, we're still in the process of getting the papers in. I think at least 5 of the nominees have all of their papers in. You know, what this is about, John, that Democrats are really frustrated that they lost the election. I was in Senator Schumer's position 8 years ago. I know how it feels when you're coming into a new situation that the other guys won the election. What did we do? We confirmed 7 cabinet appointments the day President Obama was sworn in. We didn't like most of them either, but he won the election. So all of these little procedural complaints are related to their frustration at having not only lost the White House, but having lost the Senate. I understand that, but we need to sort of grow up here and get past that. We need to have the president's national security team in place on day one, and papers are still coming in, and so I'm optimistic that we'll be able to get up to 7 nominees on day one, just like we did 8 years ago.
Should it be a rule that the papers come in and then you have the hearing?
Well, on Hillary Clinton, for example, we had a hearing before her FBI report was completed. The real thing is the vote on the floor, and we want to have all the records in, that all the papers completed before they're actually confirmed on the Senate floor.
So nothing's slowing down?
I'm
Nothing's slowing down in terms of the
No,
confirmation
I don't think
hearing.
so. I mean, we want to treat, they should want to treat President-elect Trump just like we treated President-elect Obama.
Wouldn't their response be there's a qualitative difference between the Obama nominees and the Trump nominees? You've got people here who have these big private industry successes, but also a lot of complexity.
Well, I could have made that same argument 8 years ago.
Were they as complex back
Well,
then?
they were wildly liberal people.
Well, that's ideology, though.
Yeah, but what's the difference? I mean, we found most of his cabinet appointments is just as disturbing as they would find President Trump's. And that's what happens when you lose the election.
I guess what Democrats would say is that these are ethical questions, and they would say, and I bet they would quote you back from your book about the Senate, which is that the Senate, as you say, there's a value to slow and steady deliberation.
Yeah, most of the time that's true. But if you've got a brand new administration coming into office, you want to have, at the very least, a national security team in place on day one. And I'm hopeful and optimistic that that will be the case this time as well.
And what's your relationship like with Chuck Schumer on working out these issues?
Oh, it's fine. I mean, I like Chuck. We don't have a problem. He has a job to do, and I have a job to do. And I think he's got a little harder job to do right now in trying to convince people we ought to slow down and impede the new administration getting up and running.